Hey, what's going on, guys? So today we were supposed to live stream a podcast for you, but unfortunately, we are all three out of town for WrestleMania. So today, what you're going to get is a podcast me, Ernie, and Troy recorded about 2 years ago. It's all audio only, unfortunately, but we cover some fun, timeless topics like Fast 7 and when Marvel Vs Capcom 3 came out. Oh, and seeing my butthole. There's that. Whatever. I gotta pee. That's why I'm rambling. So, enjoy.
So, we just...
I think if I were to piss in his ice tray, you know, that's like the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
We're recording now?
Absolutely we are.
Okay.
All right, well.
You know me, I just start it and we start going.
Yeah, I know you just start recording because you're really hoping I don't go, welcome everyone to the podcast. The Procrastinauts. Hold your shoulder while I say it. Podcastination.
Look at you. You fucking got it right for once in your goddamn life.
Oh, no, I did that for you. I just feel like I've given you enough of a hard time these past few episodes over this whole thing, so I'm not one to carry a joke on until it's dead. Like, comment, and subscribe if you believe that's the proper thing to do. So, you know.
Rate 5 stars.
5-star rating. Yeah. Anyhow.
Follow your Patreon. And
Podcastination, the only podcast that smells as good as it looks. So I'm Ernie, here with Bowman, and God, I am so hype about this. I cannot contain my level of hype for our guest tonight. Now, again, Rachel, unfortunately, is still under the weather and not with us this time around. Speedy recovery and all that rot. But here we are with my boy Troy.
Well,
You know-
what's up?
you know what sounds really good? You continually hitting your knees.
Yeah. This is me being hype.
Oh,
This is
no,
me being
no,
hype.
I'm with you and I love it.
I'm sorry, would you rather me do this? Is that better?
That's
is that
perfect.
better?
Can you do that next time?
Yeah. Let me just say. No, okay, yeah, sure. Anyways, Troy on the podcast. Okay, you guys will probably remember a couple of weeks back we did bring up Troy in conversation. And Troy, I don't know if you had a chance to hear those yet, but if you haven't, way to be a fan of the podcast, you piece of shit.
Well, I didn't even know the podcast was a thing until like 2 hours ago. So
That's our booking, by the way. That's our excellent booking. We need somebody because Rachel can't make it.
Fuck.
We can't get anybody we want. What about Troy?
He doesn't even fucking know about it.
Obviously.
Nah, dude, that's cool.
yeah, like whenever you said you got anything going on at like 11 o'clock, and I was like, you want to like grab something to eat? Like I was honestly, that's what I thought was going to happen. But
Well, you know, I mean,
Usually it is food.
yeah.
Knowing us, it's food.
Really. I was thinking that just as I was talking, so I was like, why would he even? It is kind of our go-to.
That's
isn't
our
it?
MO.
That's like our go-to. What are you doing? 'Cause I hung.
You don't know people who are over 250 pounds and they ask you to do things in the middle of the night and it's not food.
Well, you know, so Troy had to clean his schedule of staring in the mirror and masturbating, and just he's here, and that's great. I love it.
Do you like jerk off to your own butthole?
it's so hard to get a good angle on it.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, see, we
You know?
had this conversation one of our first runs where Bowman wanted to be separated from himself to be able to view his own butthole.
Yeah, like I was trying to figure out, is it possible to, can you get surgically cut in half at the waist? So because like you can't, like, think about it, you physically can't see your own asshole. Just impossible.
I mean, you probably would be better off investing in just some really good mirrors.
See, and we talked about that, but here's the thing. I think he wants to not only just visualize his asshole, he wants to experience it too, you know?
I see.
Like it's like, you know, a picture of a person is not a person. So
I mean, it's
picture
good
of your
enough
asshole
sometimes, let's be honest,
is
but-
not your
Well,
asshole.
you know, VR is getting really good. So
the Josh Bowman VR experience, you
Yeah.
can diddle his butthole. with a
yeah, I
virtual
mean, I would just
environment.
say wait for VR to take off a little bit.
Yeah.
Soon enough, you're going to be able to VR behind yourself, and then you'll be able to diddle your own butthole that way.
Do you think they'll have like haptic gloves so like when I touch it I can feel it?
I hope so.
All the rough details.
We really that's where we need to be in VR
It's
right
the
now.
future.
Is butthole diddling technology.
Dude, if I don't have haptic feedback, then I don't even want to finger my asshole.
I'm just glad that no one said anything else on top of that. If we could just make that a singular voice clip.
Yeah, dude.
that is my ringtone now. I want to be in public with something. Don't finger my asshole. Oh, wait, I got a text.
If I can't feel the wrinkles, it isn't real.
So yeah. Troy, actually, I'm happy to have you here on a couple of reasons. One of my favorites will be that not only will we have somebody that can bring in more than just the topics related to us, masturbating and getting really gay with one another.
I don't know. Troy can probably help us in that area too.
I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. But Troy also brings with him so many levels of his knowledge and gaming comes to mind. We could totally just have a gaming based podcast right now talking about Vidya with him sitting right here, and that's kind of cool. I dig that. Also. Something along the realms of movies and whatnot too. I mean, you have the basic average guy your age, pasty, shaggy haired, taste in film. Right?
I guess so. Are you trying to say I'm a hipster?
No, you're not a hipster because I don't even know if you would be considered a hipster because honestly, wait, hold on, you do like a lot of things and people are just like, huh? Have you watched blah blah blah? I've never heard of that.
Well, yeah.
Do you spend your weekends at local coffee shops?
Hoping someone will notice what you're typing.
I don't really like coffee. But then again, I guess most people who go to coffee shops don't really care much for coffee.
They're usually drinking tea. So can we find you on the weekends sipping some nice hot Earl Grey or whatever?
I take him for more of a green tea guy.
I did go to that Belgian waffle place for a good minute.
Okay, Belgian waffle place?
Yeah.
The Iron Waffle?
Yeah.
Is that a thing here local?
Not anymore.
Dude, it is. That place is hipster as fuck. Like, seriously.
Did I miss something?
Nothing but a bunch of, C-class musicians and girls with neon hair. That's like all that place is.
I thought it was a clay pot.
No, that's that too. But no, there was a place called, was it The Waffle or the Iron Waffle?
I can't remember. I know
the Iron Waffle sounds like the greatest superhero to ever not be made.
They're right next to that honey baked ham place.
Yeah, not anymore. That place closed.
Really?
The Iron
really?
Waffle's gone. Yeah.
Oh, really? That sucks.
Honey baked ham. I haven't thought about that place in a minute.
Troy went there yesterday for lunch.
Oh yeah, it was good.
Here's the funny thing about that though is like years ago, my buddy Turner worked there, and I remember when he came to me about it, he was like, because I was up there just hanging out with him, killing time, and I was totally unaware of this. Now, it's apparently a chain, and what makes that even better is the idea that it's a chain that is just straightforward about the name of what they have to offer. I mean, you don't have a place just called Hamburgers.
Yeah, exactly.
No, that's bullshit. KFC.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. Yeah.
But I mean, if you think about it, like places that name themselves after the food, they're pretty fucking good.
Oh no, I'm not denying.
From what I understand,
Absolutely.
the Iron Waffle was good. From what I understand, I mean KFC is great.
Yeah, no. I mean, honey baked ham, it's great. Don't get me wrong. I have nothing against it. And I love me some ham, but it just strikes me as odd. It's just
And there's really only one place in town where I can go get a Bojangle.
yeah. Okay,
Speaking
you
of
mean the chicken, right?
Speaking of KFC and Bojangles, the question that I always hear come up is Bojangles versus KFC versus Popeyes.
Popeyes is a Bojangles ripoff, in my opinion, and KFC is good, but they can suck a dick because Bojangles has the Cajun chicken.
Yeah, real talk. Now, actually, we should probably do this because, I mean, again, let's cross our fingers, guys, and hope that our listener base is beyond just the 4 or 5 people we know, and even less than that that like us. Bojangles isn't a nationwide chain, apparently.
Oh yeah, it's mostly in the South.
Kinda.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but see, here's the thing. Like, back when I used to get on live with Acid and Insect and all them insects out in Canada, I believe Dude's out, Dude Postal. He's in Ohio, I think. And so I was talking about Bojangles, and I was the only one in the room who was like hype about it. Everybody's all like churches and shit like that.
Oh yeah, I forgot about churches.
Yeah.
I used to, when I was in college, my dad, real big religious guy, and he wanted me to keep going to church, so I would just tell him, every Sunday, I go to churches. And
and he just assumed you had a speech impediment.
He had no idea. Like, there's no such thing as a churches back home.
What's your father's name?
Okay, yeah.
Same as my name.
All right, so I'm gonna call up Mr. Oliver and send him this podcast.
I'm gonna call him Papa Troy.
Is it Troy or Oliver? I know your real name's Oliver.
Okay, I love that we're just like grilling him on his his information. Let's go ahead and get your social. What's your social?
I'm good, thanks.
What's the 3 digits on the back of your card?
Here, sign this for me. No, but yeah, I was talking about that, and it just struck me as odd that I don't know. I guess because we grew up in the area and we're used to it, but it just strikes me as so odd to think that there are people who have not had Bojangles chicken. Man.
No, dude. You want to hear the worst thing? God, we've already talked about food before, and we're just gonna fucking do it again.
Why not?
But
Dude, food is something that you don't really have to have a closed topic on, man. I mean, everyone can talk about food in a way.
That's fair. People have lived and haven't experienced Zaxby's.
You know, I'm not saying Zaxby's
Nope.
is bad.
All right. Bye.
I'm not saying. Here's the thing about Zaxby's. Again, I have nothing incredibly bad to say about Zaxby's. It's just there's nothing about it.
My excuse to go pee.
Okay, well, whatever. It's just nothing about it is memorable, you know.
Well, if we want to get on a topic that's not food related,
Well, I was actually, going to ask you your thoughts on this, and this is going to date the podcast, but I really don't give a shit at this point because in one of them we blatantly mentioned a holiday, so whatever. But so big rumor going around about
I was probably about to get onto this.
about Marvel,
Yeah, Marvel. Yeah.
So I'm about to make a lot of enemies, but I don't really care. I really honestly don't care for Marvel and Capcom that hard. I love both the franchises. I love both sides of the fence. I truly do.
I really don't give a shit either way at all either, but it is fun to speculate.
Speculation is like the only key factor there. I mean, I actually found when Marvel Capcom 3 came out, I had a more fun time waiting for the reveals of characters weekly than when the game came out and I found myself just like going, oh yeah, that's right. I really don't really care for...
Yeah, I mean, I liked Vanilla Marvel, but with Ultimate Marvel, like, you could tell, like, with Vanilla Marvel, I think it was like before Marvel got really... strict with, well, they were still pretty strict, but
basically before Disney.
Yeah, like once Ultimate Marvel came out, like there was not a single X-Men character that was added to Ultimate Marvel.
Yeah.
And it's like,
and see, that's the big thing that's happened right now.
Yeah.
Is you're all like, oh, they're not going to put the X-Men characters in because of the Fox thing.
Yeah.
Which, don't get me wrong. I mean, we're also we never saw Fantastic Four either. I mean, we had
Super Skrull,
but
right.
that was
And
not
Doom.
that. I don't consider Doom an exclusive Fantastic Four villain.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if they're not going to have Fantastic Four characters in, that means there's not going to be Doom in there either.
Well, bear in mind also with 3. I'm sorry. Hold on. We got to do this. Hold on. Okay. See, this is your version of me introducing the podcast. Your desire to open a Coke Zero on the show.
I'll stop when you stop.
Then this is going to be just happening constantly. Anyways, no, what was I even saying? I don't remember how I got on.
I don't know, you guys were talking about Marvel. I left because you were shit talking Zaxby's.
Yeah.
I'm glad that shit's over.
Because we decided to move
I thought
past
we were friends, so I gotta walk away and make sure that stays true.
No. We're friends, but not like that.
We're friends in like the, like you used to know someone really well in high school. But now you like walk the mall and you see them across the aisle and you try your best to just not make eye contact. You fucking don't even want to see him anymore.
Yeah,
that's how I feel about you.
That's why I'm glad we started this podcast.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Anyways, again, Marvel Capcom the original was fun. Had a good time with it. It was interesting. Marvel Capcom 2 was great until that whole nostalgia vibe kind of took over. Like, it went from being like, oh shit, Marvel Capcom 2 because all these characters in it, that's really cool, a great collection of characters to have in a game. Yeah, that's awesome. But once you fought one dude who's mastered Magneto, Sentinel, Storm, you just kind of got to the point where you're like, yeah, did I like this game again?
See, the thing is, like, people knew Marvel was broken, like, pretty much month 1. It wasn't even Mag Sent Storm that really ruined that game. Early on, Iceman was like, everybody hated Iceman.
Yeah.
You didn't even have to be a really good player to know that Sentinel and Cable were fucking terrible.
Just go ahead and do it, Jesus.
Really?
Yeah,
But like, I don't know. I'm not. I really wasn't like getting into the whole Marvel 4 rumors because like, the only people who were talking about it were just fuckheads on Twitter and Polygon, which, I respect Polygon about as much as I respect the scum on my boot. But
brutal.
Lupin Co.
Yeah,
guy,
I'm about to say,
the guy
reliable
who
sources. Yeah.
No, Polygon didn't even know about
I'm
this.
talking about
but like 4chan
SRK
apparently
pretty much called it for me.
Yeah,
right?
4chan apparently Loop & Co was leaking some shit on 4chan. Yeah. So now there's like credibility. I might actually buy this now. Like, I mean, I'm not saying I'll buy the game when it comes out, but I'm buying the rumors.
Yeah. You bought into the belief there's a possibility.
Yeah, because like now there's actually somebody who leaked previous stuff. So
yeah, what they were saying.
But like the stuff that he's leaked so far has been like this is probably gonna be like from like the 8 characters he's leaked so far. This is the worst roster I've ever seen.
Yeah,
like they have Proto Man and Roll. Where the fuck's Mega Man? How do okay? I can.
Are you really expecting Capcom to give a shit about Mega Man?
I mean, they have Proto Man in there, and they have Roll in there. Why would you have those two and not have Mega Man? That is the stupidest shit.
Proto Man's probably nothing more than a reskin. I mean, you can probably
look. All right, they had Zero instead of Mega Man in the previous one. Zero at least has there's Mega Man Zero. There's a whole bunch of games that are based around Zero as the central character, so it makes sense.
Wait a minute. You know good and well we got Mega Man and Tekken Capcom. Come on.
Okay.
Street Fighter. Come on.
Yeah.
No. Well, see, but here's the thing with Proto Man. Again, unlike with X, you could legitimately make like a skin swap. You really could. I'm not saying that should be done. I really just feel
it's still the stupidest thing. Okay. Make a Mega Man skin for Proto Man. Why not make a Proto Man skin for Mega Man?
I'm with you. I'm absolutely with you. But again, like I said, the
But I mean, aside from that though, you've also got fucking Azra, whatever in there, and it's just like, oh my god, do we really need more of these fucking edgelord characters?
Shoto, because he's gonna be Shoto as fuck.
Yeah. Well, I don't really give a shit what he's gonna play as. The thing that pisses me off is that he is just such a fucking DBZ edgelord character.
Say what you will, though, I did love that game.
You're fucking wrong.
No,
your opinion is wrong.
Your opinion is fucking invalid. Troy said so.
Let me tell you why I enjoyed that game though, because that was probably one of the only times since the first God of War that I played no, he's angry at me. That I played a real time. What was it? Was a real time event game?
Quick time events. Yeah.
The only times I played a quick time event game and had a good time with it. Now listen, I'll far from call it a video game. Absolutely.
No,
press X repeatedly is not a video game, and believe me, they tried that several times. Resident Evil 6. So I mean, press X to boulder. So
but at least there was gameplay punctuating the press X to boulder.
Yeah. Well. But no, I enjoyed the game though. I did for what it was, and yes, it was very, very Dragon Ball. Let's really be honest.
Jesus Christ!
Here's the thing. Why can't we in the West treat our religious figures and deities like this? I would pay good money for Jesus Ball Z.
I'm still waiting for like a Civil War game that plays like the Sengoku Basara games. I would love to see that.
I absolutely would love to.
I know you have no idea what I'm talking about.
I love that we're on this, and Bowman's just like, yeah, I like video games, fellas.
Yeah, no, I'm here. I'm still here.
I play the Call of Duties and the Halos.
Basically.
But no, I would actually pay good money for that myself, indeed. But no, I really want some company to take the same approach to do with Zero's Wrath and do like something based in other forms of religion. Most notably, I'd love to see the giant mecha Satan, and it's like God's voice says, Jesus, you're the only one that can stop him. Press X to build up his spirit bomb, literal spirit, but see, because I did.
Yeah. Well, see, the problem with that though is like I have no idea what religion you're referring to.
Zero's Wrath was based in what?
Like
what
Buddhism and stuff like that. Yeah.
Well, see, the problem is like here in America, people like take religions too fucking seriously.
Yeah.
And like I can respect that. Like I'm not knocking that, but like a game, regardless whether Jesus wins in the end or not, just the sheer fact that like you could lose the game would offend people, or just the fact that Jesus is in the game would fucking offend people.
Yeah, I actually just played this like really shit game that's called Fist of Jesus.
You're kidding, right?
Oh no, I'm not kidding. It's really shitty. Like, don't play it.
So we are going to play this.
No, don't. Jesus Christ, it is terrible. It's like,
Jesus Christ is in it.
Yeah. Jesus Christ and Judas are the two characters, and you like swap between the two.
All right, so halfway through, does Judas betray Jesus?
No, this is like, what the fuck is this?
They're ruining canon. Fuck.
Oh wait, wait a minute. So it's like Devil May Cry. So it's like Jesus and
I wish it was like Devil May Cry. Shit, I'd even take it being like DMC, the like terrible Devil May Cry. But like, what is it like? Jesus resurrects Lazarus, and then Lazarus becomes a zombie and makes all of Rome into a zombies, into a zombies. Yeah, and then you have to like have Jesus and Judas fight all the zombies and blah blah. It's a terrible game though. Don't fucking play it. And the thing the reason I was
like something I really need to play.
The reason I was mentioning it was because like the whole like Steam discussion page for it was all like, this is offensive to my religion. You guys will make sure not to put Muhammad in your games, but you'll put Jesus in the games and blah blah blah.
No, well, wait. I'm sorry. Did you say Muhammad in a game?
Yeah.
Is there a game with Muhammad in it?
As far as I know, no. But
so basically, these people are just looking for something.
Well, they're saying Steam wouldn't put a game up that has Muhammad in it.
Oh, okay. That's what. Okay.
So yeah.
Okay.
But
no, people are angry because the game was released.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, that's why you can't have Jesus Ball Z.
Pretty much, yeah.
You know what? I don't give a damn. Crowdfund it right now. We're gonna make Jesus Ball Z.
Look, we're gonna build a wall around Steam.
No, I think we can make Jesus Ball Z happen. I really do. So it just like epic Toriyama-esque battles. I am totally in for this idea. So anyone out there who's listening that's in the game development field, get at me.
No, it's not. Yeah, we've already started the Kickstarter. So like, comment, subscribe, support our Kickstarter.
I'm so happy to know this gag is taking off through pure hatred, if anything, but it's taken off. But yeah, no. Back to the Marvel thing. Like I said, dude, I have high hopes. Slightly, again, only on the basis that I had more fun with the character reveals than the actual game. Yeah. Like if you think it's like you know what? Actually, it reminds me. God, what am I stepping on?
Cables.
It actually reminds me, just like with Smash. Mm-hmm. I cared more for character reveals than I did the full game.
Yeah.
And I'm not knocking Smash. It's just I just had more fun with that. Just the idea of, oh man, who could they put in this? You know. And in the case of this, from what I've read,
coming in Smash 4 2017, Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah. We're probably never going to see another Smash, apparently, from what I've heard. But if we do,
hold on. No.
Yeah.
Go back to that.
What?
Where'd you hear that?
Yeah. Why would you think that?
Well, I mean, that's
Nintendo's just going to throw away their money machines.
No, I mean, I'm not. Hey, listen, I'm not disagreeing with you at all. I'm saying the same. I'd love to see another Smash, but they were saying that pretty much the guys behind Smash are done.
I mean, I know that.
Well, then again, they could pass the franchise.
Yeah,
off,
exactly.
What fucking good would that be, right?
I mean, they'll do it.
Yeah,
they'll do it.
Yeah,
you're not wrong. Anyways, I would hope that they would finally tally up those votes from previous, and we get Goku and fucking Smash. I'm just saying.
Yeah, well.
I mean, we can get Cloud, so we can get like Hot Topic edgelord favorites, but we can't get Goku. What
All right,
fuck?
let's be real. Do you think that voting system was legit? Like, Cloud can clearly be in the game because he was part of Nintendo at some point.
No, he wasn't.
No, not as part of the company, but he was on Nintendo consoles.
No.
He was a game character.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah.
No?
No.
Oh no! Fuck, he was from 7. That's right. He was on PlayStation.
Yeah. If anything, they could have put any classic Final Fantasy character on there.
Yeah, just forgive me. I don't know shit about that. I'm sorry. Let me just retract all my previous statements.
My favorite thing is how much confidence you had in your voice for it. He was in like a Nintendo game, right?
Well, I mean, but think about it. There were Dragon Ball Z games.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I mean.
But then you get into the whole Toei Animation, Shonen Jump, Funimation, all this shit that have different rights to Goku. And
I understand. I'm not disagreeing with you at all. I absolutely.
Yeah.
But a man can dream.
Nintendo got the money. They could do it.
Yeah, I mean, if Nintendo wanted to, they could definitely do it.
Nintendo had the money.
Yeah.
I mean,
they still got plenty of...
they had plenty to work with still,
fucking NES Classic is printing them fucking money.
Well, no, that's just it, man. I mean, if you think about it, look at how the NES Classic thing turned out, right? I mean, really, the day Nintendo basically said, all right, you know what, fudge it, let's do a plug and play. That should be a sign, man. That's a sign.
No, that's not a sign of anything. It's a sign of we got another console coming out, but it's not going to come out until next year.
Yeah.
We need money this year. We sure as hell ain't going to make any fucking money off of the Wii U because nobody gives a shit about that thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you to eat a dick right there. I love the Wii U.
Oh, I love the Wii U too, but my love doesn't mean jack shit.
I love they put money in pockets.
Exactly.
Man, I really like this franchise. It's a shame.
Yeah, exactly.
Moving on.
Exactly. But yeah, I mean that Nintendo Classic, it's like they are printing money with that shit. I really don't like. I know why they're not printing as many of those things as they should, because they want people to think, oh, no, nobody can get this. That means I should be able to, I should get it. It's a highly desirable item, but I think they're going to miss so much fucking money by the time this holiday's done.
I'm going to disagree with you there, because from my understanding, it was a matter of they pretty much had no clue how hot this item would be.
They knew how fucking
Oh,
hot.
yeah, no, Ernie, come on.
Now really think about this for a minute. When you're a company that just got done with one of your worst seasons ever, and it's like, here's how much we can put towards this.
Troy's getting hot. He's got to take that
Troy's
fucking
like, let me
jacket
get his
off.
jacket off here. Look here, motherfucker.
He's about to beat your ass with his tongue. Wait a second. Let me roll back on that one.
No. Continue.
Look. All right, look. Yeah, maybe they might have underestimated it a teeny bit, but whenever you fucking send 5 units to a store in total, 3 the first day, and then you resupply it with 2 more, that's fucking bullshit. I'm sorry. They fucking made 9,000 fucking amiibos to go to one store, and then they made 4 of another one. Don't tell me that's not fucking artificially making something rare just so that people are like, oh, I gotta get this Marth figure.
So you're saying they PS3'd them?
I'm saying that they're being scumbags.
Right, they PS3'd them.
No. Here's the thing. I would firmly believe Sony just didn't make enough. Like I know they didn't, but if that was the story, I would believe it far sooner than I would believe that Nintendo didn't make it up. Nintendo knew good and goddamn well how many people wanted the fucking Nintendo Classic.
$60. Like that's
That's
the
it.
price of
Of a fucking
one
NES
game.
console.
Yeah, that's the price of one game that is brand new. You're getting 30 games that people already know they love.
They already love. Yeah, there's a built-in audience.
And
for
also,
that.
on top of that, if you
And it's a
actually
fucking
go,
nostalgia boner. Like
if
realistically,
you go onto the eShop or whatever like that, buying all those games there would cost less than it would to buy the NES Classic. Yeah.
no, that's not true. Because I mean, like,
Yeah, like Super Mario Brothers is like $8, right?
yeah, I mean,
And
you
then-
multiply that by 30.
Right.
I mean, you're already looking at $240.
Right.
Well, for the most part, I learned recently that one of the big selling points for a lot of people in terms of the NES Classic were the people modding them. Like, I didn't know that was a thing, but yeah, there are people who are modding them and setting them up for more games.
Yeah,
and
I
this,
know.
that, and
I know
the
that the Famicom version got like it had already gotten hacked and everything.
Yeah.
Like that was within like the first week.
Yeah, there are like YouTube videos up on how to do that shit.
The thing that like annoys me, like I don't really care about the NES Classic. It's fucking cool.
Yeah.
I really like that, but honestly, like the games I want to play, I've already bought on the Virtual Console, like you said.
Yeah.
Right.
Why didn't they put out that controller? That controller is fucking cool. Like,
Yeah.
why did they literally put 4 out with each system? That's so stupid.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that's another, like, do you really, really honestly think it took that much to build that fucking controller?
Right.
Like, why wasn't there enough? At least of that controller.
I love
How much were they charging for that controller?
I have no idea.
like-
Probably $15, $20.
Yeah.
It was,
I would
it was
imagine
$20. Yeah, it was about
$20,
$20.
okay.
I love how jaded everyone is though. It's like, they don't have enough of these. Oh, figures. That's how they get your money. I mean, just get all angry and worked up here.
No, now I will say, here's what used to. Like,
I mean, because don't get me wrong, like it took forever for me to forgive Sony. Like after fucking PS3 release, it took me forever to get like, okay, maybe, but still, I still have a little bit of heat over that. I truly do. I'm not gonna lie, but that all really mainly comes from just the douchebaggery of like entire holiday of they're going up fast, you need to get them now. People on eBay selling them for $1,000, and then like literally the day after Christmas, you're swimming in them.
Nintendo did the same shit.
yeah. I mean,
With
come
the-
on.
with
It was
the-
impossible to get a fucking Wii when they came
Oh
out.
God, yeah.
See, I didn't have a problem getting a Wii though.
And here's a bull fucking
No, I
shit.
didn't.
You might not have. You might have
yeah.
got lucky.
Yeah, because I was about to say I didn't have a problem. The only consoles I can ever recall like having trouble getting in my history of buying consoles truly was 3DO because I was a broke fucking kid. Being honest, a 3DO because I was a broke kid, and what, a PS2. Like I had a hard time getting a PS2, but Actually, if we ever get around to getting Alan on here, I'll have him tell the PS2 story. But yeah,
It's not really about your personal experience though, because like I didn't have a problem getting the Wii either because I pre-ordered that shit. I got it day one.
yeah.
But like almost immediately after that, I was like noticing that holy shit, these things are selling for fucking way more than they sell for in store on eBay.
Yeah.
And like I couldn't find one anywhere. I remember I saw one at like a that was used, still in the box and everything, at like a Blockbuster that was still selling for more than if you found it brand new at another place. And I was honestly considering buying it and then just selling it on eBay just to make money. And I was like, I was eventually just like, okay, I'm not that much of a scumbag.
Do you want to know why there was enough Wii U's?
Scumbag. You want to talk about being a scumbag, buying stuff and reselling it?
Oh, the Gold Mario.
Fuck amiibos though, honestly. They're just fucking toys. Who like I feel like a scumbag for doing that with like a NES Classic because that's something you can use.
Yeah,
Fucking
yeah.
amiibos. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Like
No. Here's my problem with the amiibos, and it has nothing to do with the amiibo itself. It's the attitude around it. And here's what I'm getting at. So, what fucking game was it where like there was content on the disc that you couldn't play unless you bought the DLC, and when you bought the DLC, you downloaded like a half a kilobyte, and all it did was unlock it from
I'm
the
just
disc.
wild shot in here. It had to be an EA or Activision
Yeah,
title.
I'd be willing to believe it. So that was a fucking problem. Like people were pissed. They're like, "What do you mean? There's fucking content on my disc, and now I gotta pay to play it? I already bought the fucking disc." The goddamn amiibo. There's extra levels and shit on the amiibo, but it's not on the amiibo.
Right.
It's on the fucking disc. Like Smash had extra levels. That's already in the fucking game, but you've got to pay $12.99 to unlock it.
Yeah.
That's horseshit. But everyone was like, "Fucking amiibos!" Yeah, they couldn't jack off fast enough to it.
To be fair, though, I mean, amiibos. Although I don't really
No. I'm with you. I'm with like the amiibos. They're fucking incredible figures.
Yeah,
their
neat.
paint jobs are wonderful.
Like, real talk, they're neat to have, but
they're-
at the same time, their level of use is what's kind of got me. Like for Smash, all your amiibo is a training partner, and you're trying to fight that thing and make it stronger. What about me?
No. I get that. That's a cool little feature. That's like, oh, I've got an action figure and it does something.
Yeah.
But just the sheer fact that like no one had an issue with unlocking DLC on a disc from an amiibo, like that's bullshit.
Because you still got something out of it, though. Is the thing.
No.
For example,
So here's the thing. That level. Like, let's say I don't fucking want a Fox amiibo. Why the fuck don't I get his level? I already bought the game. Give me the level. Don't unlock something on my disc and by making me pay for it.
yeah.
Well, I mean, because here's
Like,
the thing.
and personally, I don't care. But like when everyone else was having an issue with it, like that's the thing. Like everyone fucking gives shit to EA. Everyone gives shit to fucking Infinity Ward or whatever. But Nintendo gets a pass.
No, but we give shit to Activision, not Infinity Ward.
Whatever. But you get what I'm saying. Like they give shit to those companies, but like Nintendo can do no wrong.
Well, pause the tape. Right? Like I said, here's the thing.
We got an apologist here, ladies and gentlemen.
No. I'm just gonna say this. The best example I can give was fucking Battlefront. All right. So here's the thing. I pay $60 for a copy of Battlefront, which is literally 30% of a game. Okay.
Right.
And so now I'm gonna pay like between 30 to 40 to $50 for DLC that completes a game I'd already bought.
No. I'm completely. That's bullshit too.
Now, don't get me wrong. If EA was like, all right, you do that. Here's like AT Walker action figure. Then I'd be a little more forgiving because like, neat. Okay, I'm getting something with it. But if you're really just gonna give me digital content that basically was you're trying to beat a deadline to be out before a holiday, and yeah, Tony Hawk 5. Come on,
Tony
dude.
Hawk 5 was awful.
Tony Hawk 5 is okay. The disc content itself,
the
disc content itself is like that entire fucking CD, and I call it a CD because they're like 700 megabytes on CD, right? That's about how much game you got when you buy a physical copy of Tony Hawk 5. Because from there, it's like a 9 gig download once you've got it.
They had to patch it.
That's not a patch. That's the rest of the game.
No, I know. No, here's the funny thing. So
eventually, we're going to live in a time where no support for that game exists anymore. So whoever decides, I'm just dust off the old Xbox One, and look, I bought a copy of Tony Hawk, and they're going to get like a demo on that thing, and that's it.
It's a nice coaster for your cups.
I can put it right there by other coasters. My copy of Daredevil and Electra.
Here's the funny thing about fucking Tony Hawk 5. So me and Troy, we work at a used game store, and we take in like systems and shit. So like,
are you going to plug them?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not a shill, usually. But like
Make sure to drink delicious Coke Zero.
Have you had a chance to listen to Court of Owls?
Yeah. Hey, listen, you're making fun of me. You're the one saying it, not me. No.
But
So
your eyes lit up.
So we work at a used game store, and so we have to test the consoles when they come in just to make sure they fucking work. And so now Tony Hawk 5 is the game we use on an Xbox because there's little to no content on the disc, and to play a game you have to fucking install it. So that game is what we use, or at least what I use.
Yeah.
Because why sit there for a 35 gig download of fucking Call of Duty when you can literally pop Tony Hawk in and it's installed in 5 minutes?
Minecraft's a good option too, but people actually want Minecraft.
People actually want Minecraft. Well, here's the thing: Minecraft's an actual game.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, you're not wrong. You're absolutely not wrong at all.
Like Tony Hawk 5 is so bad that it's not even fun to play bad. It's just broken.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because at this point, it was nothing but the last drop of blood in a stone for a company, man. I don't even think there really was an effort to make that game. It was literally they just recycled what HD was, you know?
Well, the whole reason why that game happened was just because Activision realized, oh shit, we're going to run out of this Tony Hawk license.
Yeah.
Let's do something with it. And then I guess at some point they realized, oh yeah, Tony Hawk is old enough to be most people who skateboard's dads. Nobody's going to want to play as their dad in a skateboarding
Granddad,
game.
what are you talking about?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And that, and also, I mean, it's not like the skate community even cares about video games anymore. I mean, you know, I think.
And honestly, at this point, like if you're buying a skate video game, it's Skate.
Yeah.
Like Tony,
Skate 3. Absolutely.
Skate 3 was great. I mean, 1 and 2 were good too. I mean, 3 is where they finally polished it off.
I had fun with 1. 2 just felt like there was a lot of great ideas with poor execution. 3 really polished it off, despite the fact that you have to get a tutorial from Earl. You know, I mean, really, it's like Jason Lee. Will you come do the tutorial thing in our game? You were a skater once. Yeah, for like 30 minutes. Okay, cool. You do the tutorial in our game, but could you be Earl when you do it? You know, what? Huh? You know. But well, it could have been worse. He could have been Dave. You know. Alvin and the Chip.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, I know, right?
Jeez, Ernie, you really reached for that one.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to think. I would have.
It is the season, I guess.
Oh, okay,
yeah. So Troy, you like movies, right?
Yeah. Not really. No. They all suck. But what's up?
I don't know where this is going.
That's why I'm glad to hear
me.
you. I'm glad to hear you say that because we see eye to eye on a lot of stuff, and that's definitely one of them. But that aside, so I had a conversation recently. And it really kind of enlightened me some really cool possibilities. But so I actually was watching Guardians, just on a whim, watching Guardians of the Galaxy while I was working on something. I just had background noise or whatever like that. And it was like, you know, I really like what James Gunn did with that film, in that it feels like two really great franchises merged together to make one really cool fucking movie. You know, and you can hate it or love it, whatever. This was a fun movie on a lot of levels, and I got a lot of.
Who hates Guardians of the Galaxy?
There are people who don't like it.
I mean, it's no Suicide Squad.
But yeah, so it's like you took like Star Wars and Indiana Jones and merged them together and made a really cool fucking film, you know? And like, really,
when you said mashing two franchises, and they're going like, what is the other franchise? That was literally just Guardians of the Galaxy.
Well, no, I'm just saying though that the movie had
feel like that adventure feel.
And that was really great.
No, I'm with you. That's cool.
You know, and anytime you can take like,
I mean, you know what Star Wars and Indiana Jones had in common? George Lucas.
Not the direction I would have taken that, but absolutely. But anyways, so
yeah, but he didn't shit on Indiana Jones later in life.
Yeah, true. I believe.
I'm pretty sure he influenced Steven Spielberg.
Yeah, I was about to say. I think Spielberg was the filter to it. Actually,
yeah, Steven's like, "Don't fuck with my movie, I'll kill you."
Yeah.
Oh, come on, buddy. We could do all kinds of neat stuff.
No, suck my dick.
Go ahead, I like it. So,
like,
anyways,
I don't know if you saw the interviews, but I remember like in the
that's
for 4 for like whenever he was making 4, he was like, I really didn't want to make it. You know, I wanted to just stop at 3, but George kept saying, "Oh, I got this idea. I got this idea." I was like, "Fine, we'll do it." And it was just like, Jesus. If only he had a little bit more conviction.
But anyway, you know what?
Can you really imagine like Steven's sleeping and his phone, but he has like a phone specifically for calls from George. So it's like, you know, it's like the fucking Imperial March. It's like, God, son of a.
All right, no. Here's I can feel like the future hatred from you guys that I'm about to get, and honestly, I can already feel it illuminating.
You've probably already gotten it from me.
Fucking like everyone listening.
If you say what you're about to say, yeah.
Everyone hates on Indy 4. How, like, everyone gives aliens shit. How? Hold on.
I just want to point out the tension right now.
Let me fucking finish.
Like I am sitting close enough to him to start feeling heat emanate.
It's just radiating through me.
Hey, Jeets.
So, how are aliens more unrealistic than fucking religion? The first 3 were about religious artifacts, and number 4 comes in with aliens. Everybody's
Okay,
like, aliens,
no.
goddamn.
See, here's the thing, though. Here's the big difference, though. With the treatment of the religious artifacts, they still treat them like history more than anything else. Outside of the hoodoo of the opening of the Ark and the Covenant and everyone melting, that was just a payoff. I think during that time of seeing that particular scene, that was before there were thoughts of there being a franchise more so than a single film. So I can overlook that. But at the same time, still, that aside...
Do you really think they made that movie without 2 more in mind?
I don't know, possibly.
Dude,
I can't.
It was the fucking 80s. Everything was a fucking trilogy.
Well, not entirely.
Please.
There are things I wish were trilogies that weren't, and there were things that shouldn't have been that were. You know, absolutely. I'm not taking that
like
away.
that. Like the '90s kind of got rid of like the fucking trilogy, and then now we're back in it. Like like, do you genuinely believe that like there's going to be a movie that comes out next year that doesn't have 2 more planned?
It's the summer blockbuster thing, you know. And it's like I said before, and actually, was this a podcast or a conversation? I can't even recall. That's what this is going to turn into. But I'll make references to conversations, thinking they were part of the podcast.
Please.
But no, it's like the whole summer blockbuster thing. You know, it's like there were films.
Don't touch the table.
I'll do what I want. But no, think about like Big Trouble in Little China.
Right.
Where was that trilogy? I would watch the fuck out of that. But again,
I think I should probably go back and watch the fuck out of the first one.
yeah. But the thing is, that film in particular didn't apparently do really well when it was released. So it didn't really say, "Hey, suck in the cash. Let's bring some more, make some more."
And
You know?
honestly, that might be what like that might be why you remember it so highly because like I hate like I don't.
Well, you know what? No, you know why I remember that movie highly is that when I was 9 or 10 when I first saw it, maybe it was just a VHS that had the coolest fucking box art I'd ever.
That's
fucking
true. Like
seen.
the art on it's pretty
and yeah,
cool.
and I always my mom when my sister and I were really young, she went through that phase where she was trying to be really on top of what we were into and everything. And after a certain age, I think she just quit giving a shit, you know. But it was that point. It was one of those points, and I remember seeing it, going, "Oh man, I want to watch that." No, that's I think it was rated PG-13 at the time. You know, you're too young, blah blah blah.
You baby,
okay.
Ernie.
Well, you know, like I said, she went through that phase where she cared about that kind of thing. But once we got to about 12 or so, it just was one of those things where it's like, you know, she would watch it first and go, "Okay, I'm 15 minutes into the movie, I haven't seen a boob yet, so it's good." You know, and if it's gonna scare him, then that's his fault. So yeah, not the boob, the horror elements, but
The boob's gonna scare you.
yeah. Oh Lord, us titillating. So see what I did? Titillating.
Yeah. We
You
got
know,
it.
you know what makes jokes really funny?
Yeah.
When you point out the punchline and
Exactly.
explain
What
it.
makes them even better is like 45 minutes later when Troy finally gets it. I'm waiting for it. I really am.
Okay.
Right?
Yes. That's one of the reasons I brought you here, you piece of
Oh,
shit.
okay, all right.
But anyways,
I'll keep that in
no,
mind.
but anyways,
You know, for all the Troy running gags.
that no one gets but us.
Yeah, no one understands.
Absolutely. I'm doing this podcast for us. God damn it! If other people like it, kudos to them. But no, like I said,
I mean,
it was
there's
just
a lot
really
of people
cool.
with bad tastes out there.
But yeah, it was the box art that really drew me to it. And there's a lot of movies that were like that, you know, like that I was just like, one day I'm gonna fucking watch this and it'll be so hype. Even if it wasn't hype, I was hyped to finally get to see it.
Right.
But you know, Big Trouble in Little China was definitely something that was one of those types of films for me. Hell, I remember as a kid seeing the box art on the copy of Jedi we had, or not Jedi, sorry, Empire, and just I was so into the box art of Empire more than any of the other two that I was just like, man, this will be so fucking great, you know, and still holds to be my personal favorite of the original three.
Everybody's personal favorite is Empire.
Is it really?
Yeah, everybody's favorite is Empire.
You know, because that's the funny thing. Everyone I ever talked to likes Jedi.
I don't understand, but
I mean, I don't either. I'm not disagreeing with
I
you.
mean, I think people like Jedi when they were kids. And maybe that's why I still like it.
Yeah.
But you know, when you go back as an adult and watch that shit,
and you're just
then-
like, what's this Muppet bullshit?
yeah,
You know?
like, yeah, I don't know. It's hard for me to explain it, especially at this time of night. But
yeah, well, no, I mean, I get you, but going back to my original idea, the whole purpose of bringing up this topic is, again, Guardians was.
Oh,
a
yeah,
great
let's get back to that
mash, a great mashup. So, Troy, I want you to pitch a movie to me. I want you to take two existing franchises and two existing movies and mash them together and sell me that movie.
I can't think that critically at this time of night. Jesus.
Spoiler alert, it's 1 a.m.
Oh, really? Jeez. I would say...
Listen closer to the regret in his voice and deciding that he would be a part of this.
I would say 1984 and 2020.
So Big Brother is watching you from space. I mean, sell this movie. Go ahead.
I hate to. You're gonna have to sell it hard because I don't even know what 2020 is, and I've never seen 1984.
I'm trying to think. Is 2020 the movie I'm thinking of? The one with Eddie Murphy in it?
Oh man, no, I don't. I thought you were referring. I thought you were thinking of 2000 Space Odyssey.
No, not 2000 Space Odyssey. I'm pretty sure. God, I'd have to like Google it. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure that was 2020 though. But anyway, I was just doing that as a joke, just because it's 9, just because it's a bunch of numbers.
It's all numbers.
Yeah, I can't think of that right now. I guess I would go with the upcoming Justice League movie. Combine that with the Avengers, just so that we can get it done with.
Just get that shit out the way. 'Cause, you know, give it 5 years when superhero movies are dying the fuck out. And, like, they're just gonna go, fuck it. Superman fights Iron Man.
Exactly.
Is the 2020 movie you're talking about the Apocalypse movie or something?
No, it's
No,
like
not 2012.
It's 20/20.
Yeah.
It's like
like Vision.
yeah.
Okay. Well, you know this.
It was a 1980s like buddy cop movie.
Yeah.
Whereas like I can't remember the main actor, but he was the cop, and then it was like Eddie Murphy was like some slick criminal.
Yeah.
He arrests Eddie Murphy. They're both chained by the hand for like most of the movie.
Yeah. Okay, I know what you're talking about.
Okay. And
Okay.
yeah, it's
Well, here. Let me give it a go and give you an idea of what I was looking for out of this topic. Like, because when I was talking to Steven about this, one that came to mind I thought would be really fucking rad, combining movie types. I want to combine Raiders with the first Iron Man movie. Okay, so think about it. We have this archaeologist who's on a hunt, right, for this grand artifact, and in the process gets held somehow, taken captive, whatever the case may be, and he builds himself like a artifact-based suit of armor, you know, and breaks free, finds the fucking Ark of the Covenant, you know, and that becomes his like arc reactor, right? And he fucking uses it, like he just uncovers his chest and fucking melts faces and shit. I would buy that. I would fucking go see that 12 times.
sounds like the schlockiest shit I've ever heard of.
Exactly, and that's what sells right now, man. Did you see Suicide Squad?
I unfortunately did. Yes.
Yeah. So you know,
Oh my
schlock
God.
sells, baby. All right, Bowman, go ahead. Two movie franchises, merge them into one, and sell me this fucking movie.
Fuck, dude, I don't know. I would take Fast 7 and mix it
I
with.
just knew this was coming.
I would take Fast 7 and mix it with the first Fast and the Furious, so Dominic Toretto could see what the fuck he turns into and goes a different direction. Because goddamn it, 7 was retarded.
Okay.
I need to watch 7.
No, God,
You need to rewatch 7.
I haven't watched it. I need to watch it.
All right, so I saw it in theaters. Okay,
And it was the most golden fucking thing ever. I can assure you.
I've heard it's like schlocky as hell.
No,
but yeah.
schlock is like giving that movie credit.
that's giving that movie fucking credit. I'm sorry,
yeah.
Ernie. That's,
Well, switch hands.
yeah, I know.
Switch hands. I'll just move my arm over here.
Yeah,
You know.
it's like writing. It's hard to switch hands. I saw 7 in theaters, and it pissed me off.
Let's preface this. So you gotta understand, is Bowman is like hardcore.
I love the Fast and Furious series. Like, I recognize, like, I'm fully aware that they're bad movies, they're poorly written, but they're fun. You know, it's like people give Die Hard 4 shit. It's like, yeah, you know, he's a super cop now. He might as well be RoboCop. But
Which one was it? 4 or no? It's 4. Yeah, it was 4. The one where they were trying to steal the internet.
4,
Yeah.
yeah. 4 I feel was still entertaining. 5 was the one where that shit was just like, okay, this is off
but
the rails.
that's what I'm saying. Like, people give shit to also, yeah.
I love my 5. By the way, you can just tell Bruce don't give any
Exactly.
shits.
Holy
The
shit.
whole
he is
film,
done.
Bruce is-
he didn't give a shit on 4 either.
But
Yeah.
Bruce is basically fourth walling this whole fucking movie. Like, there are scenes in was it Live Free or Die Hard, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
Is
fourth
that
one.
the one we went and saw in theaters, Bowman?
I'm sure.
Yeah, I just remember it was in that film. Just Bruce did not like get into character once. The whole film, he's got a smile on his face that says, "I already got your money." What do you want? He gave so little everything in that film. Like the whole, if you get the opportunity, if you haven't seen this movie, watch it, but watch Bruce exclusively. Don't pay attention to all the other stuff going on. Watch Bruce exclusively. He literally stumbles into this movie. Like, he's not in the film for the first like 15 or 20 minutes, and it just happens like when shit starts to get really kind of like hard. He crashes through a ceiling or something and just kind of, oh, hey, what's up? Brushes himself off and goes, guess I'm in this.
It's fucking me now.
let's trudge to this piece of shit. I got boat payments. He's like, I got boat payments to make. Let's go, fellas. You know, that is that entire movie is like just Bruce.
I got Demi Moore fees to pay.
Yeah, Bruce paying a bill. That's what this movie should be called. Bruce Willis needs money because he just well, he don't even need the money. I don't think he just happens to be there.
The guy who played Alfred in Batman, you know, the Nolan Batmans.
Yeah.
I can't remember what movie it was that he did, but it was like some really shit movie. And somebody was like, you know, do you have any regrets for doing this movie? And he was like, I'll be honest, I never saw that movie, but I did see the house that movie bought. Right. And I like that house.
Dude, what's funny, actually, you tell a lot of people having regrets about movies being in. And all this care. I actually learned this recently. And guys, if you're not familiar with the YouTube channel, Gaming Historian, fantastic channel, lots of really great stuff there. This is my
like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah, this is my shameless plug for them, sure, whatever. But no, it's actually really great. And I watched the one he did recently on the Super Mario Brothers movie. Have you seen that one yet?
Yeah.
I did not know that movie was shot in Wilmington.
Wow.
Yeah,
really?
yeah, it was short of
No,
somewhere.
dude, a lot of movies were actually filmed there. Like, I found out there was a huge film scene when I moved there. That was fucking crazy to me.
Yeah. Oh, do you know what movie?
Huh?
Do you know what movie it was?
No. Like, there's a film scene. There's like whole production companies there.
There wasn't one. No,
there wasn't one being.
Time.
There probably was. If there was,
Yeah.
I don't know what it was, but yeah, no. There's apparently it's huge there.
Yeah,
I didn't recognize that.
Well, I just it struck me.
You used to live in Rock Hill, didn't you?
Who, me? No.
Yeah.
No.
You lived in like Fort Mill or something?
No, Garden City.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you like close to that area, right?
Yeah.
I was going up to Rock Hill because I was going up to school there, and there was some movie that was being shot there. It was one of those shitty horror movies, but I can't remember what it was called now.
Shitty horror movie?
Yeah,
let's really be honest. Yeah.
I know you can
Inside.
find. I know you can find a review of the movie on Your Movie Sucks.
Yeah.
To give you an idea of just how bad it is, but yeah. Anyway, I remember those movies being filmed out there while I was going up to school. So
It just blows my mind to think about. Like, I remember going to the theater and seeing the Super Mario Brothers movie when I was a kid, dude. Like, I was in the 6th grade, and I ended up taking
The what grade?
6th.
Sixth. The 6th grade.
The sixth grade.
Sixth. The
What
Xbox.
The Xbox X. No, I remember. I remember going to see that movie, and this should make me sound completely terrible. So there's this chick I had this huge crush on in the 6th grade. Look at me now. I'm gonna start doing it because you said something to me, you piece of shit.
Yeah, dude. Don't make you stumble over all those X's.
But
especially the one that you went and saw that movie with.
No. How about the fact though? Like, you know, I took this chick out for the first time. We went to see fucking Super Mario Brothers movie.
And you know, I guarantee she never touched your dick.
Well, I was like I mean, to be fair, Bowman, if I'm like 11 years old getting my dick touched, I mean, I'm just saying.
Well, I'm not saying it
Bowman's like, yo, I was, man. I mean, what's your problem?
I'm not saying you had to be 11 years old. I'm just saying in the future, it never happened. She's like, that motherfucker took me to see Super Mario Brothers back in whenever the fuck it came
I don't
out.
know whatever. She moved away like the following summer, and I never really kept up with her or anything. Of course, thinking
she moved away to get away from you. You took her to go see fucking Super Mario Brothers.
Mom, I need to leave this town now. Why? If this is to them, this is fun. You know.
This fat fuck took me to go see goddamn Super Mario Brothers. I can't live here.
It's like he took me to a recorded session of gentlemen really just sad and upset and just really needing money badly, and I don't know if I can be a part of this.
Oh man, come on, John Leguizamo, the fucking John Leguizamo, he's good. Do you remember The Pest?
I do. Do you remember The Pest?
No, I don't. I mean, I do. I remember the movie's name, but it's so forgettable.
And you know what the funny thing is? Apparently, he's super rad to hang out with.
I bet. I mean, honestly, like just because he was in shit movies doesn't mean he's a shit person.
Yeah, no, that's the people who make them.
Remember him in Spawn? You guys remember John Leguizamo's career?
Okay, you know what? I saw Spawn in theaters when I was a kid too. All right, so
Spawn wasn't bad.
No, it was awful.
It was awful, but like I sat through it as a kid. It was fine.
I mean, when you're
Although that's probably not a movie you should probably see as a kid.
I saw the animated Spawn movie, but I
Yeah.
didn't see the live action one.
There's only
come
one
on,
thing
man,
you
that
need.
suit.
There's only one thing you need to see in that film, and that is the scene where he comes bursting through the ceiling, and he's all CG, and he's like 80 times larger than everybody else on the screen. You know, like his model made him look like he was like gargantuan, and then the very next scene is actual him, and so it's like he's normal.
Speaking of bad CG, you ever see have you seen Blade, the original Blade, recently? Yeah, Jesus, that movie was so badass when I was a kid, and now when I go to watch it, it's like this CG looks terrible, like really bad.
But I love the actors who are in it. It's so weird. I do.
It's just I can't.
I'm not denying it was
I can't like I used to think that movie was so badass, and now I can't look at that movie again and think it's badass anymore.
How do you not hear the title though and immediately hear the club music? Boom, 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 boom. You automatically go right to it. Nonetheless, that movie, bad as it may be, had an effect. You know, I can't think of Blade without hearing that fucking song. It stuck with me. Parts of that movie stuck with me. And what's the guy's name? That played the villain in that? Stephen Dorff. Is that it?
I have no idea.
You're asking the wrong person.
He was really rad. I liked him in that movie. He played a really good snarky, I want to see him get murdered villain, you know? Like, there's very few times I've seen movies where I've sat there and went like, man, this guy's doing a really good job making me not like him. Cool, you know? But he definitely did the job. I'm sorry, I just realized we went on and on. Bowman, I want you to share your Fast and Furious story because it's so fantastic.
I thought we were getting away from it. God damn it.
No. So again, Bowman is like a complete mark for the Final Fantasy. Fast and Furious. There's a mix right there, right? Final Fast and Furious.
Cloud walks in and Dominic Toretto's like, "Get in here with family." I'm so depressed. You made me think about Fast 7 again.
Okay, so Bowman, you went to the theater to see Fast 7 because you're just like, got an instant chub when you heard there was a new Fast movie, and you're thinking to yourself, here's an opportunity to heterosexually drool over all these fantastic men.
So, well, just first off, like I went and saw 7 in theaters, pissed when I left. I was so angry. And then I thought like it came out on home video. I took my VHS home from Walmart and I plugged it in, and I was like, "There's no way it was as bad as I made it out to be. There's just fucking no way." I sit down, I watch it at home, and it just pisses me off all over again. So we're sitting in the theater.
So twice you've lost money to this.
Twice.
By the way.
Well, I mean, it's like the collector in me. I've got 1 through 6. 8 might be good. I might buy 8, so I can't have a gap. But it's Jesus fucking Christ. The beginning, just the fucking beginning. All right, you haven't seen it, so
The beginning. Let me start.
Let me just go ahead and like, I know the plot is real thick and like it's very cerebral and like the ending is gonna be a real big twist that's gonna blow your mind. So let me just go ahead and start spoiling some of it for you.
There are cars and they drive fast.
No, actually, no. There's no cool cars. I mean, there's that one that they goddamn jump between 3 buildings in Abu Dhabi. Fuck you. But the very beginning, you get goddamn the British bald dude. What's his name? You know who I'm talking about. Jason Statham. All right, so you got the transporter fighting the fucking Rock. Okay, and the Rock has to save this woman and. The transporter throws a fucking grenade at this woman. The Rock runs over, puts her in a sleeper hold to block her from this grenade blast, which now throws both of them through a window out of like a 7-story building.
So he put her in a rear naked to like protect her.
He didn't actually. I'm being an asshole. So this grenade.
So you need because I'm gonna need you to paint this for me because I haven't seen this film.
Grenade blows him out of the fucking window on a high-rise building,
and the chick's like pretty much on the other side.
He's hugging this woman, and they fall.
She's riding him like an A-bomb. He lands. Plane, right?
He lands back first on the roof of a fucking car, which crushes the roof down to the gearbox. Okay, come to find out, like, they want you to think The Rock is dead. No, he just broke his arm and his leg, falling 7 stories from a fucking grenade blast.
Okay, guys, you cannot see his head movements right now, but they are just...
They can hear it because I know my hat's tapping this fucking microphone in front of me. Story, if you want to fucking call it that. At the end,
a bunch of excuses for like one-liners and trailer
at the
fodder.
end, which is like in the movie's time frame, like 4 days, maybe 4 days if you're lucky.
Here we go.
I know about the flexing.
Stop.
This
Just let this
motherfucker,
happen. Just let this happen.
he's in the hospital with his cast on his leg and his cast on his arm, and him and his fucking daughter are watching the news, and The Rock sees Dominic Toretto and his fucking family out there getting in trouble, so The Rock's thinking, I gotta go save these people. That's not how he talks, but it doesn't matter. He looks over at his daughter all lovingly and says, Daddy's gotta go to work. Stands up, flexes his fucking casts off, steals an ambulance, jumps the ambulance off of a bridge onto a drone that has a fucking minigun on it that is shooting after the other characters. But the ambulance falls on this fucking drone, crushes it. The Rock gets out with his still freshly broken leg and arm, picks up the fucking Gatling gun off of this goddamn drone, and then just walks with it downtown shooting at people. Fuck this movie.
See, I love that your number one protection, your shield this whole time in this franchise has been, it's just, it's a fun movie. You can turn your brain off and enjoy it. So, Bowman, what was so hard about turning your brain off for this? At what point did you sit there and go, oh, this is bullshit? Well, Rocky, you can't be fucking flexing your cast off. It's the goddamn 4 days.
No.
You're gonna get hurt all over again.
It's just the fact that, like, it's so ridiculous. It makes me mad. And at the end of the movie, spoiler alert.
I love that you're tearing up over the ridiculous.
Dominic Toretto is not dead, even though this fucking parking garage has now collapsed on top of him. No, he's not dead. His girlfriend, who at some point he married, that you're now finding out about through fucking flashbacks because she has amnesia for some fucking reason.
Oh my God, is this the part?
This is the part, Ernie.
Oh.
And like a fucking EMT walks up and they're trying to save him.
Bowman, no, feed it. I want you to
Shut the fuck up, Ernie.
Come on.
An EMT walks up trying to save a man who is presumably dead, and his fucking ex-wife, who now all of a sudden remembers their life together, pushes the EMT away and says, no. And she just starts whispering memories into his ear, and she remembered him back to life.
She resuscitated him with emotion.
With feel-goods.
Yes.
Wow.
Fuck.
Bowman, when I'm on my deathbed and they're about to pull a plug, I want you to push people out the way. No. Remember that time you ate my slice of pizza, you piece of shit?
I'm just gonna whisper in your ear, Ernie, I remember everything. I fucking remember it all. Do you remember that time? And then you're gonna go, and then the fucking ear, and you're back to life because I have healing words of fucking wisdom. I just want to let you guys know that I'm looking at audio levels. I haven't peaked this whole conversation, and there's just like this string of red.
The red is where you pretty much got pissed off.
It makes me so angry. Because you know what? It's my fault. It's my fault because I was like, oh, they're making another one. I'm not gonna watch the trailers because I know I'm gonna go see it. Why spoil part of it? I should have seen the fucking trailers because then I would have known. It's like if someone puts a big dick in your ass, it's not as bad if you know it's coming.
Trust me, when a man's been inside you, you know when he's coming.
Good times.
Ernie, what the fuck, man? So yeah, I would. You know what? In Fast 1, it's like Die Hard. You know, Die Hard 1. Bruce Willis. I
am not gonna stand by and let you compare the first Fast movie to the first Die Hard movie.
Just let me talk, Ernie. I'm making a comparison here.
Yeah, he's trying to say.
So here's what I'm saying. So the first one, it's like I said, it's like Die Hard. Bruce Willis, he's just a cop. He's an everyday man. He's just doing things. He's right
He's
place,
just doing
right
things
time.
and stuff. Yeah.
Things and stuff. And he just happens to be smarter than the rest. In the first Fast and Furious, all they're doing is they're taking their shitty Honda Civics and they're stealing DVD players out the back of fucking semi trucks. And in 7, like in 4, Die Hard 4, he throws a motorcycle at a helicopter. Like Bruce Willis wouldn't have done that in the first one. No. He wouldn't have. Just like in 7, the characters from 1 wouldn't have jumped a fucking supercar between 3 skyscrapers. It just wouldn't have happened. So going back 30 minutes ago when you said what 2 movies would you? I'm telling. I'm gonna take Jason Statham from 7 because he's way too goddamn smart and way too goddamn powerful, and he'll just kill all of them in the first one because they're not ready for it.
So basically, you're going to wish Golden Frieza back to the Namek arc and just have him off the entire.
I don't
cast,
watch Dragon Ball Z, and I don't understand that reference, but yes.
Well, I was just it's not. Hell, I don't know. Can we consider Dragon Ball weeb?
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dragon Ball Z is entry weeb.
Entry level.
Yeah, it's like marijuana. It's like the gateway.
It's the gateway, right?
It's the gateway weeb.
No, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like there's some stuff. I feel like there's a lot more gateway.
No. It makes sense because I mean, like, I'm an anomaly because I don't. It's not that I don't like Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball. It's like I never watched it. It's something I never got into. But fucking everyone and their mother actually likes Dragon Ball. Everyone knows every little detail about it. Like the people who you wouldn't expect to be into Dragon Ball are fucking into Dragon Ball.
Right.
So it's kind of like it absolutely is the gateway. Like.
Well, so when you say gateway, though, the thing is, it's the thing that gets you further and deeper into stuff.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying.
Dragon Ball,
like everyone smokes weed. Everyone and their mother smokes weed.
Yeah.
But not everyone and their mother does meth. But the people who do meth started with. I'm going to just assume they started with a little bit of pot and a little bit of cocaine and a little bit of meth.
Right.
Just like you get a little bit of Dragon Ball Z and then you get a little bit of Naruto and then you get fucking Attack on Titan. You just fall face first into it.
Yeah.
Like Dragon Ball is to anime what Mario Brothers is to video games.
Yeah.
Everyone fucking played it.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, there's stuff I wish would take that slot. Don't get me wrong. I'd love to know that there were more people out there who were JoJo fans, or
Yeah. Well, that's just
that's
JoJo's meth.
JoJo's meth.
That's yeah.
What is JoJo?
It is. Well, he just said it's meth. I mean,
it's JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Is so
the
fantastic.
name pretty much gives it away.
Like imagine like especially the first the beginning of that series is just basically like a drug-addled Asian take on Shakespearean drama. That's the best way I can think to put it. It's like you ever read Oliver Twist, but while extremely high.
I'm still just fucking stressed from goddamn Fast 7.
You're stress smoking.
Well, let's get our heads thinking about something else before
Bowman,
the 8 comes out.
The 8,
and it disappoints me even more.
And
Here's why it can't disappoint you. Because once you get punched in the face, the second punch isn't as bad.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
I like how you phrase it as the 8 because Rocky is pretty much taking over the franchise at this point. And
that's
the
not
Rock,
true.
the 8. I need that. And let's get Statham out of there. And let's replace him with Steve Austin because we might as well just turn this into WrestleMania X7.
That would be pretty interesting.
I would watch Fast 8 if it were just basically
Did you ever watch The Longest Yard, the remake?
No, I didn't.
I feel like I fucking love The Longest Yard. I thought it was a really funny movie. I get people don't like
Wasn't
Adam
Adam
Sandler.
Sandler in
Yeah,
that?
Adam Sandler was like the main character.
And it was funny, really?
No, it was a good movie. It's because he didn't write it.
Yeah, he didn't write it. He didn't direct it. Therefore, it's a real movie.
Burt Reynolds was the original character back in the 70s, 80s. I don't remember when the movie came out.
I think it was an 80s. I think it was an 80s film.
That movie was good too, but the remake was fucking great. The reason I think you would like it was because literally half the cast is from WWE.
Yeah, I mean, I realized. Yeah, I realized it was like
if Fast
Mark Henry and...
If Fast 8 could get the Longest Yard rehaul, that would be great. I would love to see Goldberg and Stone Cold Steve Austin come in and be big ass tough guys.
Actually, I really want like the first 8 minutes of MacGruber, where they pretty much have a literal cast of nothing but WWE guys, and they're on screen for 8 minutes before they all die. which is quite hilarious. I mean, let's be honest. If you haven't seen MacGruber by now, you really don't give a shit.
I know.
Exactly.
I don't know about like the sales figures or anything like that, but do you know if 7 got good sale? Like if it got good people?
7 made more money than any of them, and
Yeah.
everyone fucking loved it.
Okay.
I am the minority.
But do you know why though? Because dude passed.
Oh, that's probably true too.
Yes,
That's
probably
the only
true,
reason
yeah.
that movie did well is because everyone's just like, "It'll be the last time seeing him on screen."
Yeah.
You know, that was the only thing. God.
You know what though? He didn't get the Joker treatment where like everyone's like, "Oh man, he was just meant to play Brian. He's just the best Brian that could have ever been." You know, everyone jacked off to.
Well, I mean, it's like, but how many actors have portrayed this character before though, right?
I
mean, come
know.
on.
I'm just being an asshole again.
Okay, so it was successful, so there'll definitely be an 8.
Oh no, there's no. There
Eight's
are,
already
there-
in production.
No,
That's
there's
long been in production.
they're saying there's going to be 10.
Okay. I was thinking though, like
That hurt when you said that.
Right?
That hurt.
Like, you know what? 2 years ago when I heard there's going to be 10, oh, you couldn't stop me from being excited about that.
Like he had to buy new pants 4 times.
I shit and came at the same time and ruined both sides of those pants, dude.
We call that the downward spiral. You just like when it's coming out of both ends and you spin around. Yeah.
Yeah.
well, like okay, so they'll have to like keep making it top the previous.
Oh, they
one.
have to. They have to. Like, and I recognize like that's what you got to do. Like, a movie has to top itself.
But how
like,
do you
6
top
wasn't that
driving a car
spanta-
between vehicles in the air? Driving a vehicle between buildings.
They'll be Fast and the Furious in space.
That's part 9. Fast and Furious in space.
Right.
No, see, like
Dominic, we need to get the spaceship. You know.
the real life technology has to catch up to it. So like they had the supercar that jumped between buildings. So you got to wait for like SpaceX or something to take people to Mars, and then like come 10, that's what's going to happen. They're going to have their space vehicles fucking fighting, stealing DVD players.
I'm thinking
Galactic
if
DVD
it
players.
gets too ridiculous though, at some point they might just have to reboot it.
They did that already. Wasn't it already rebooted once?
No. They like because 3 was Tokyo Drift. It's where like, it was completely new characters, and then when they came back with 4, it was like new movie, original parts. But it was a new storyline. They didn't reboot it. They just brought it back with the original characters.
I do like you did your trailer voice for it. New movie, original parts. You know, yeah. Coming this summer. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'll tell you what you're gonna do. Family. You can't do this to us. We're family. Friends.
Here's like, all right. So we'll get into this too. So it's a heist movie at this point, right? That's what they've become. I mean, that's kind of like the first one was Point Break. The second one was just like them in Miami.
Yeah.
And then the third one was Tokyo Drift. And then fourth and forever, they're just heist movies. Like at some point, they're stealing drugs from fucking Mexico, and then they're doing all this shit.
What was that one gag? It was like, bruh, you think of what I'm thinking? Heist, and they fucking grip and flex.
And then like eagles chirp. But
oh my God, Bowman! We gotta talk about our fucking cop movie. What was their names? What was Steele?
Ernie, stop acting ignorant. You know it's Iron and Steele.
Iron and Steele. Yes. Oh my God.
But before we dive headfirst into that fucking anomaly,
do we have those written down somewhere still, please?
Absolutely, I do. What kind of asshole do you think I am? But no, all right. All right, so you meet the characters. Like in the first movie, you got Brian, you got Dominic, you got those guys, those assholes. And then the second one introduces Ludacris's character. It introduces Tyrese's character, and Tyrese is this hardened criminal or so-called criminal, and like he's got to make his way back into society or some bullshit like that.
I'm a sensitive man, but I'm also like a hardened criminal.
No, he's not sensitive.
I'm dangerous, but approachable.
But like he wasn't like over the top goofy. He had his like one-liners and quips and shit. But I mean, it's because it's a fucking action movie. That's just how it's gonna be.
Some guy comes kicking open the door and they kick his ass, and he has to stand over his beaten up corpse and just say like, did you get what you came for? Oh, so,
right.
Yeah.
So and then Ludacris's character was like this, like I don't do it anymore, but I'm still part of it. And like he was like this cool character, like the cool guy.
Yeah. He was basically Chris Tucker, but Chris Tucker doesn't do movies anymore.
Right. I mean, I don't know that reference either. I'm sorry.
Chris Tucker?
Yeah,
Friday.
Yeah. There you go. Friday.
But like every movie he did. Well, not every movie, but a number of movies he did, he turned out to be the semi-comic relief / you can mildly take him seriously.
Well, no, that wasn't Ludacris. He was just a cool character. He's the guy that like set shit up. He was like the wheel and deal kind of guy. But now it's a heist movie. And so what's a heist movie? You think of like Ocean's 11, and you think of
Ocean's 12 and 13 as well.
Or like the Italian Job, and every character has a quote part. Like you've got the slick wheeling dealer, and you've got Muscles McGee, and
so basically everything is every formula.
and then you've got the nerd.
Yeah. Okay.
At some point over the last decade, Ludacris went from like this cool motherfucker to now like you have the other characters go, in English, please. Like he's the fucking nerd now, and it doesn't even make sense for his fucking character. I don't get it. And then Tyrese is now just a fucking moron. He's got the not many people I guess are gonna recognize this, but like Red versus Blue. Have you seen Red versus Blue? You have. So when Caboose shows up, he's just another fucking grunt. He's not retarded, but he's just there. He's a new character. And they haven't really built onto him yet. Now in whatever season they are, like Caboose is just fucking mentally handicapped. Like he literally can't do anything. He's fucking retarded. That's Tyrese. Tyrese's character now. Like he went from like being this smart guy who could help out to now he's just like the fucking I'm gonna say something stupid guy. Like that's what it is. And then Dominic Toretto is just falling so fucking headfirst into this goddamn family nonsense bullshit to where like I don't make decisions unless it benefits everybody kind of thing, and it's like just fucking stupid. These characters have devolved into like caricatures of things they never were.
Well, yeah, pretty much.
It doesn't make sense.
Well, that's kind of what happens though if you think about it.
Well, no. Most of the time, like a character will become a caricature of what they fucking were. Like I mean, it's like Patrick at the beginning of SpongeBob. He was dumb, but now he's just a joke. Like he's a caricature of what he used to be.
I think
at this point, though, they completely changed their character and then made it and elevated something.
You also got to realize is the style of storytelling that's involved with that show, though, is
quote unquote storytelling. When you're talking about Fast and Furious.
And, well, I mean, I'm just saying in general. Well, I mean, I was the one that actually bring up the SpongeBob thing. Is that it's all characters are centered around the style of joke they're trying to tell.
Right.
You know? I mean, but another example of that when you bring it up is like The Simpsons. Look at who Homer was in season 1.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like he was just kind of a dad, and now he's just a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Same thing with Peter. Peter wasn't that dumb.
Well.
I mean, he was dumb, but like now he's just dumb.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Family Guy in general, but
I mean, that's really any show. Like the beginning of Futurama. I mean, Fry wasn't that stupid, and now he's just retarded.
Well, no, but he became a better character through.
Oh no, absolutely. No. Now, like
like
when I'm talking about like Caboose from Red vs. Blue, or I'm talking about Fry from Futurama, or like you're talking about Homer Simpson, you're not disparaging the series in any way. It makes sense for that character, absolutely. Yeah. But like, that's what I'm saying though. Is like you can at least see from the beginning, like Caboose was still kind of dumb. He wasn't retarded, but he was dumb. And now he's retarded. Like, but it makes sense. His character kind of progressed that way. They found the roots of that character and built on it and built on it and built on it and made it. It's the same but still new. In Fast 7 or even 6 for that matter, these characters are not who they used to be. They're a different character played by the same actor.
And we want to welcome you to the 5th episode of the Fast and Furious cast.
This is episode 4.
Where Bowman divulges deep into the lore of Fast and Furious. And
I don't even need to divulge. I'm just saying they've deviated so.
No, I really
far.
feel like you could have your entire own podcast that could go for over 30 episodes talking about Fast and Furious.
Unfortunately, that's true.
Yeah, we're going to have to make sure with this podcast we have some time codes for people who don't give a shit about Fast and Furious. So they can just skip straight to something else.
Well, we covered a lot of topics we usually don't cover on the podcast so far. And we talked about video games. We talked about Fast and Furious. And, so, I mean, these are hot button first time topics. I'm okay with this. Bowman, what I want is first and foremost, let's break this first. Troy, it has been a blast having you on, and I actually want to bring you back. See, I like when we talked about this before. Oh, well, good luck. I don't have anything to talk about. But God damn it, I'm pretty sure out of all the time we have, you are
what
roughly
voice was
60.
That? What kind of voice did you just give Troy just then?
I'm sorry, I didn't do it right. Hi, my name is Troy, and that's all. You don't have to say his name. Yeah, we've decided that when impersonating someone, it's got to be their name, their action, their name. So
you got to sandwich it.
Yeah, it's like, hi, my name is Troy,
so
and I'm touching myself to anime. My name is Troy. So yeah.
Okay.
Wait till you hear my one for Rachel. I was gonna bring that up when she comes back. Anyways,
what makes good jokes? Talking about them like a week before you're gonna do it.
Absolutely. No, I want to have you back on, and for the most part, I want you here for when we talk about, because I'm gonna say the setup for next show. Bring the paperwork. We're going to talk about Iron and Steele.
That's okay. Absolutely.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
That is a movie franchise that deserves 7 films.
Oh my God, 7? We planned how many? Like
7.
Well, there are only 7.
There's 7.
I feel like we had more than that.
No, there was 7. I mean, we can add more, but there's
Absolutely.
as of right now, there's 2 trilogies and a final.
And man, are they good?
You need to make it 9 movies so that it's a trilogy.
Ernie. All right. So let me preface this. There's this gentleman who he came into our store. Ernie, I think you were working there at this time too.
Yeah.
He's honestly he's a nice guy. He really is.
I know exactly
You
where
know
you're
exactly
going
who
with
I'm
this.
talking to.
Yeah.
So
I know exactly the reference you're about to make.
So
yeah.
there's a guy who used to come in. He was looking for Mortal Kombat trilogy. He wants the Mortal Kombat trilogy, and that dude came in at least twice a week and like, you guys got that Mortal Kombat trilogy? And I think we owe that guy an apology. I mean, granted, trilogy is not the name of that fucking game, but trilogy is absolutely a word, and Troy nailed it. A trilogy is 3 trilogies.
Right. Yeah.
You know,
and so technically there was a Mortal Kombat trilogy.
There was a Mortal
Absolutely.
Kombat trilogy. So we do need 2 more Iron and Steel so we can have the Iron and Steel trilogy.
So, just to give you an idea of what to expect, Iron and Steel. Just a quick little note about Iron and Steel. Bowman was playing this game at the time where he would load up a song on, what was it, Spotify?
Yeah.
You would load up a song on Spotify, and you would make you would make a little explanation of what this song is to you, then play it before we knew what it was.
No.
You would have something waiting in the queue, and you would say,
you
"Hold on,
messed it up." No,
no.
'cause
Here's
what I
what you
would
would
do-
do. You would say, "Oh, this next song is a song you play. It's a song that plays when you're fucking your best friend's girlfriend." What? Okay, then you play the song.
Oh, yeah.
Or
You're right,
that's
right.
what it was. You said you and Shadow would sit there like, "This next song is the song that plays whenever you discover a gun under your pillow, just in time for a burglar to break into your house." Oh, that was the fucking game.
Dude, it's been so long since I've done it. I was getting it wrong. I thought I just hit random on a fucking playlist,
Absolutely not.
and then you told what that song meant. No. Yeah, so basically what you do is you take a playlist that's got 10,000 fucking songs on it,
And over half of them are fucking Limp Bizkit.
Yeah, and you put it on random, and then like you just play the song, and then you go, all right, so this next song is, and then you just describe something.
Yeah.
And then like you hope the song like fits it. Like, oh, this next song is what plays in the back of your mind when you just found out your girlfriend's cheating on you, and then it comes out as like Dashboard Confessional, and then you're like, yeah, like high five each other.
Or this next song's what happens when you lock eyes with that random chick at the mall, and if it's like a hardcore, fast-paced song, so we're gonna fucking fight. Okay,
Yeah.
what,
So it can describe the situation. So so we're sitting in the car. This is exactly how Iron and Steel was.
No,
Fucking
and I want to point
come
out,
up.
we're sitting in the car. It's been like 2.5 hours in the fucking yard, sitting in your car, just
playing
playing
game.
this goddamn stupid ass shit. But anyways, go ahead.
So we're just like, all right. So this next song, you're sitting in your house, and then like, dudes just bust in, and then you gotta fucking like, and then this next song decides how well this fight goes. You're gonna bust out your guns and shit like that. And it was goddamn Break Stuff by Limp Bizkit. And I was like, oh,
No. What was the okay? So yeah, that's kind of how this all rolled into place. But it got to the point.
Break Stuff is what created Iron and Steel. You know that, right?
But no, the song it was Nookie that played when we were talking about. Okay, we're breaking into the fortress to go after the drug boss, right?
Oh my God, was it Nookie?
It was Nookie, yes, because the slow part built up because we're sitting outside. We're sitting outside the fortress like gates. It was like no. It was the start. It was the bound down. The starting part, right? It's like, okay, you ready? You ready for this? That's
what I
I'm
was
ready.
humming.
You're ready too. All right, but I didn't know if you meant the hard part that kicks in. But it's like, you ready to do this? Yeah, I'm ready to do this. All right, let's go. And as soon as it kicks in, you've kicked over the door, and they're shooting. All this shit. And then the part comes in where when Durr starts doing the lyrics, it's the Stronghold's leader's like room, like the guy, sir, they're breaking in. What? we gotta stop them. And then when it goes to and that's the part where it cuts back to us sliding down the rail, shooting the guns and everything.
Oh my God.
So that's how Iron and Steel was born.
That's how it was fucking
That's
born.
how it was
I'm so
born.
sad that I thought it was Break Stuff because it was Nookie because you're like, doom, 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 doom.
Yes, because Break Stuff did come into a later one. Yes, with Iron and Steel Go to Hell, I think.
Oh no, Ernie, it's Iron and Steel 666 goes to hell.
Yes, because each of the movies had a pun title afterwards, but But the big thing about Iron and Steel, especially the one where we go to where they go to they go overseas or something like that, and remember the eagle,
The desert, yeah.
Oh, Desert Eagle.
Yeah, Iron and Steel
Iron
2,
and Steel.
Desert Eagles.
Yes.
Where they go to Afghanistan. Did they kill Osama or something?
Or something. Yeah. They
They
kill,
were SEAL Team 6.
Yeah, they basically are 2-man SEAL Team 6. Yes, they
And
kill.
the whole joke is like you fucking like you know like action heroes, like they say their fucking one liner and they go for the high five and like they get it. Ernie, I'm got my hand up.
Okay,
You gotta do it. It's like bow, and then they grip hands and they say something quick and then like eagle.
Yeah, the idea is when their hands clap together, an American flag appears in the background and an eagle flies, and you hear as it flies by. Yes.
Iron and Steel is like the epitome of 80s action.
80s nothing. I mean, it's the epitome of action films. In a
Oh
nutshell.
yeah. But I mean, it's like that campy. It's like MacGruber. Like that's absolutely.
It's
what it
Fast
was evolving.
7.
It's Fast 7.
Yes.
Unfortunately, it's
Fast 7 would have been a much better movie if it were Iron and Steel film.
No, Fast 7 would have been good if they would have acknowledged how tongue in cheek it was.
Yeah, that movie deserved to be fourth wall.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Oh, goddamn.
Oh, but yes, Troy, if you come to our next show, we will talk Iron and Steel, and we have all this written down, and a good portion of it, I'm sure all it takes is just a little bit of flash memory to bring it back, because we haven't talked.
Have a radio play.
Yeah, did we even? When was the last time we talked about Iron and Steel?
Months ago.
Months?
Before I moved to Wilmington.
Yeah, so it's been about a year. It's been over a year. Like
Iron and Steel was our trip to Texas.
Oh my God! With the Shadow one, the one with Shadow and
with Shadow
and
Oldhauser.
Oh my God, dude!
Yep.
Why weren't they in on Iron and Steel?
Shadow was.
Was he?
Yeah, it might not have been on the way to Texas then.
No, it couldn't have been. Because you and Shadow were already playing that fucking game where you were taking.
Yeah.
You guys were already playing that game, but it didn't become Iron and Steel till that fucking time we were sitting in the car and you got mad at me because I got fucking Nookie and you didn't.
Right?
You know.
You got Nookie and I didn't.
You wanted your scenario to be Nookie, but it wasn't. And the very next one I came up with was mine, and you were just like, "Damn it!
Yep.
I can't believe you." Yeah. So yeah. Anyways, so
yeah, that'll be the next one.
Please, God, yes. I am so serious about this. That's enough for a full episode to talk about fucking Iron and Steel.
Iron and Steel.
So Troy,
Desert Eagles.
Troy, are you willing to join us next time for Iron and Steel, the podcast?
I suppose so. I mean, I'll try.
There was some good conviction in that voice.
Yeah, Troy, that wasn't the answer I was looking for. I was looking for a wholehearted yes. I will be here.
I don't know what my schedule's going to be, but
we don't know what our schedule is either. It's fine.
Assuming the schedule lines up, then sure, why not?
That sounds like a plan. So is this what we're going to call it? It's been about an hour and a half.
Yeah, I was about to say that's where I was going. Because,
Troy's looking at his phone, and
he's
he's got to work in the morning, and
and we're just.
I got to go home and masturbate.
Yeah.
Why do you got to go home to do that, man? I mean.
So you guys were talking about the high five and everything, and it made me realize I had to show you guys a video, but I'll wait till this is all over.
Oh,
We'll link it there.
Yeah, we'll link it at the podcast whenever we load it. Yeah,
right.
Sure, why not? So yeah, this has been fantastic. Once again, I want to thank Troy for being here. Troy, this whole podcast, not once did you get it, and I'm kind of sad about that. I was really hoping by now, I get it.
You can't just force it.
Maybe
But
so.
you know what? No, that's been the epitome of this podcast. Is Ernie trying to force jokes.
I know,
I'm not trying to force jokes. If anything, I'm trying to force you to love me. But no.
You ain't got to force that, baby.
Oh. So anyways, Troy, again.
See, that could have
when did
been a
you leave
good point
faster?
to put it in, but we can't.
You
We
can't
can't
do
just
it.
force it.
What's
You
going
know,
to happen
you
is
said it, so now I can't.
four podcasts later, or however much longer it takes to get him back.
Again, like I said,
just gonna jump in.
it's really funny when you go ahead and call it out now, Ernie.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Anyways, yes, Troy, thanks for being here. And
right.
Bowman, you eat a cock salad. I don't know. I hate you. That kind of thing. So yeah.
Bye. Dude, this 4x4 is fucking incredible. I'm excited. I've got a chap dick. I got that a long time ago. That's what being single will do to you.